Is trauma, life, and burnout. I've lived through it all, and I've built something for the fighters that refuse to stay down. If you're ready to stop playing small and own your story, then this is where you belong. The Unstoppable Network is where the overcoming stories are getting very loud. From veterans to survivors to trailblazers, sharing their story of turning their pain into power. Welcome to the Unstoppable Network, where we turn your mess into a message. All right. It's good to be back after a couple weeks, both of us taking vacation.
Yeah.
If this is your first time at the Unstoppable Network, welcome. We'd like to know where you're listening in from, and we would also like to know how you're doing this holiday season. I am Dorothy Odell. I am the co-host and founder of this show, and I bring you all the latest and greatest people onto this show. And Dr. J here is one of our amazing co-hosts, and she's also a veteran and owns Semper Modus. So tell us a little bit about what Semper Modus is and how you help people.
So Semper Modus is an alternative style of private practice for therapy and different kinds of interventions for everything mental health under the sun. If you're struggling with something, we have different providers that treat clients, and they all have worn the boots in some way, shape, or form.
And is it sempermodusllc.com?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I thought I had that in my back because I wanted to, but
there it is.
I did put it in the show notes. So anyhow, but no, we really want to know how people are going or how people are doing. Because we did at the beginning of this month, we did a holiday survival guide, which is funny because somebody from the mental health community on Instagram messaged me and said, "Hey, can you send me that survival guide?" And I said, "Well, here's the show."
Oh, wow. That's so cool.
So I sent it to them over there in the community. So I thought that was pretty damn cool. I mean,
amazing.
This show has been all about people being unstoppable and mental health and things like that. And for them to say, "Hey, give us that guide," I thought that was pretty awesome.
That is very cool.
And so, and with that though, Dr. J and I both went on a vacation separately, of course. She went to this time. Yes, this time. And my husband and I went on vacation to Mexico. And I have to say, we have never done a trip before Christmas, ever. And it's been almost 7 years since him and I just went together on a vacation. And for us, I'll speak for myself. I don't know about him, but I'll completely say it was life-changing.
Really?
December
Where'd you go in Mexico?
We went to Cancun.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Something de Carmen. I don't know. And but it was absolutely amazing. We had a swim out suite. I paid for a little bit of all the extras. We wanted quiet, but we weren't that far from the main pool and things like that, which of course had a swim up bar. Never have I ever done that. That was pretty cool. Typically my husband does not go in the water. He was not only in the water, I said, "I want to go to the foam party." So we did foam party in the pool, drinks all around us. So it was kind of cool. No, it was way cool. And we just, I think it gave us a break from the everyday stress.
Yes, we definitely need to learn how to disconnect.
Yes. And it was the very first time I've ever gone on vacation and not done one lick of work or felt guilty because I didn't do one lick of work.
Same.
I am telling you, if anybody's heard my story before, December sucks for me historically. losing a lot of my family members, and especially my uncle on Christmas Day. And
Not to
so,
mention your job. Everybody wants to wrap everything up by the end of the year.
oh yeah, there is that too.
Mhm.
And so I know my husband had different stressors, like his job and things like that. And uh, he said to me, he goes, we should do this more often, just you and I going on a
Aw.
vacation. So
Oh,
it was absolutely much needed. And if I mean, our marriage is great, but need if you're thinking things are a little bit tense at home, I highly recommend just you and your partner going off and spending. It doesn't have to be a week. We spent a week, a full 7 days away, but I'm telling
yeah,
you.
usually like Carnival cruises, things like that. You can get them fairly cheap if you're impulsive. Like the more impulsive you are, because they have to fill those staterooms.
Yeah,
And they definitely give you a discounted price if you don't plan ahead. So it kind of works for me. I'm just saying.
there we go. You went to the opposite spectrum
I
though. You went
did.
to Hawaii. How
I
was
did.
Hawaii?
Um, it was unbelievable. There's just no other way to put that. I think I went to Oahu, Maui, and then Lanai Island.
Ooh.
So you take a ferry from Maui to Lanai Island, and there's a cat sanctuary, and it used to be used as a women's prison way back when. The history is kind of amazing. But a lot of people go up there and roughneck, and because there isn't a lot of attractions, I think there's two really fancy hotels. They're Four Seasons, and there's a pretty epic beach, which obviously everybody saw on Instagram. So like I definitely took plenty of pictures, and just getting off the plane in Oahu and then riding in the cab or Uber or whatever it was and looking at the volcanoes basically. And you just seeing the way that they're formed in the lava, the way it ran down 10,000 years ago, it's, if you don't believe in God, go to Hawaii. It'll prove you wrong. Like, I don't know how else to say it. And it's interesting because there was one day I went snorkeling and the water is just absolutely stunning. And, the turtles, like, they're like, don't touch the turtles. It's a $10,000 fine. And I'm like, it just makes you want to touch them more, but I didn't. Um, but I was in awe of the nature and the beauty. And I got to see the sunrise on the highest point in Maui, which is Hakela Mountains, I think it's called. And, you stand there and you freeze your butt off for like 20 minutes. And then the sun comes out and it gives you this cotton candy sky behind you. And you see the craters just looking down. There's a big old volcano in front of you that had erupted years and years ago. And just being at that highest point and watching the sunrise. And I think it's the only place you can see the sunrise and the sunset in the same location, which is pretty amazing that Hawaii can offer that. Waikiki and Oahu definitely looks like a metropolitan city. It's very LA, like Saks Fifth Avenue and all the fanciness. And there are ways to go where you can do it fairly inexpensive if you're looking, what costs are the added, the 21 stop tour and different events that you do. And if you just want to wander, yeah, I mean, you can do it relatively inexpensive, but it's no more than any other big trip. If you were to go overseas to Ireland, $3,000-4,000, like that, it's pretty much the same. But I think once you go, it's just, you're in awe of everything there, like how things were formed, how things were shaped. I went out in the water and it was ankle high and then it was chest deep. And it was like, whoa. So you have to kind of prepare yourself that the floor is not is stable, because I live in Florida. So for me, the Atlantic Ocean, when you stand there, yeah, the water comes at you and then it rushes out and it's not a big deal. Or Gulf of America, I think it's called now. Like, on the same thing on that side, it's very consistent. Hawaii, not so much. Like, You want to swim? Get a life jacket. It's your best bet. I mean, luckily I scuba and I swim and I snorkel and all that, but I was not prepared to go from ankle to chest in about 0.23 seconds.
Ooh,
But
no, that would be scary.
nature is definitely stunning. I will tell you, I was very much in awe of what I saw, how things were created, the history of things. I got to go have pineapple soda, which I didn't know was a thing. Yeah, Fanta of all manufacturers. You know, they have pineapple ice cream, pineapple everything, pineapple chocolate. I'm like, what is this? You know, because the Dole Plantation was there forever. So they have a little Dole Plantation store, and it's just they have a mountain that looks like a man's face and another one that looks like a turtle, and it's just so neat. So neat.
Did you go to the coffee plantation too?
No.
Oh.
There's a coffee plantation?
I'm
We
pretty
stopped
sure.
and got coffee, but I don't think we were at a plantation when we did it.
I thought my other girlfriend brought me back some coffee from Hawaii.
Yeah,
from one of the
there's
plantations.
Kona coffee, yes, but I don't know where that's at.
Yeah, it's good. It was chocolate coffee. It was absolutely amazing. And so
I got
I'm
chocolate
waiting.
coffee for Sabrina. Yep.
Yeah, I was just like, ooh, you know, that's on the top of my list when I go to Hawaii. I'll find out where the hell it's at. And then
Kona, most definitely. And they have a lot of ABC stores. I went to a lot of ABC stores and get a lot of souvenirs and gifts for everybody.
cool. And so do you think that that definitely has helped you become, a better person in the month of December? Getting away and just really
Yeah, I think the ability to, disconnect. I'm, as you know, very, 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 very hard worker. So I work a lot and often, and a lot is attached to my work. So to be able to disconnect for 8 days and just enjoy what was around me was very surreal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I absolutely.
Yeah, like I said, if you're just tuning in now, let us know where you're listening in from, and let us know how your holidays are going.
Yeah.
Like Dr. J and I are talking here. I decided this was the first time we've gone away in December,
Mhm.
and it was one of those things that is definitely a must do every year. Joe liked Mexico so much that he's like, I want to come back here each year. But
Aw.
I turned 50 next year, and I said I wanted a cruise for my birthday. So if we can swing both, we will.
Oh, yeah.
But the cruise, I wanted to invite everybody that wanted to come that could come.
Mhm.
And so he's just like, seriously? I'm like, I know, honey. I know you don't like a lot of people around, but that's okay.
We won't bother him.
No, we'll go have fun. But no, it's great, and I could definitely tell a difference in him too. Like, man, it's just much. I can't say enough, and I highly recommend anybody that can swing it to definitely take the week before or sometime in December away. And just you don't even have to go far, but just somewhere where you completely unplug. I think that is the key to thriving through December.
So how did that help you disconnecting from everything and completely unplugging?
I would say that it gave us an opportunity to actually talk to each other as well.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's a good thing.
that is a really good thing. Um, and honestly, I was only on my phone. I wasn't on social media. I was only on my phone because I have Kindle on there. So I was either reading a book or I have it. Dumb me. No, I shouldn't say that. I put a game. I historically don't play games because they're addicting.
Yes, they
And,
are.
and so at the beginning of December, put a game on my phone, which I should never have done. And so I was playing that too. And so that's the only time I picked it up. Um, anyways, so yeah, it was nice to disconnect. And I just I actually was okay with not working. I was like really okay. So either I was at a breaking point or I'm just maturing and more of a personal growth thing where I'm feeling I can disconnect. Um, because historically that has never been. And so it was really I'm trying to think of the proper word. It was just, again, I don't want to use the word surreal, but it was just really empowering, I guess is the right word. And
Yeah.
just really allowing myself to just not think of anything. And then, because around this time, everybody wants you to have your goals set out and all this bullshit. And, what are
Who
you,
said?
what are your goals for 2016? Have it all
To
written
brush
out.
my teeth every day. That's my goal. Like, I'm going to achieve that. Go me. I think our expectations are way too high.
Well, there is
They
that.
really are.
I have to say, so 2025 has been a completely different year for me because I let go of the doing of everything and I started being more of the person that I wanted to be.
Yes.
And for 5 straight years, I had nothing off my goal sheet. This year, I've got like 5 or 6 of them off, right? And of course, like you said, I'm an overachiever, so of course there was like 100 things on my to-do list or goal list that I wanted to accomplish, and it looked a lot different than what I thought it would be like too,
Look,
right?
I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, I saw my clients. I'm still working on having time to eat dinner. Like that's important. So for me, like my goals this year are very, very simple. Things
Mhm.
I can easily achieve because then I achieve those goals. And we are so hard on ourselves.
Mhm.
It's like, I want to win the lottery next year. Like, no, like brush your teeth every day. I'm thrilled. Like, do that. That would be great.
Right.
But,
Getting out of bed.
well, we need some realistic goals. And I
Mhm.
think we achieve, like, oh, I'm going to have a six pack next year. How long did it take you to lose that six pack, sir? Well, I haven't
Mhm.
had one in 27 years. Okay, so you think 365 days you're going to make that happen? Or are you just going to disappoint yourself? Like, let me know.
Yeah. And well, it's funny because I had this wild expectation that, I wanted to help millions of people, make massive impact in the world, and make an obscene amount of money while doing it. And I'm looking at the people that have uh, made, like this one lady, my mentor, Kathleen Cameron. She's made close to $50 million in 5 years. And I'm looking at her numbers when she does masterminds and when she does things like that, right? And her numbers are anywhere from 600 to 1,000 on a Zoom call each time she does one of these classes. Now that's just on Zoom, that's not including YouTube. And I'm thinking, okay, and it's taken her 5 years to get there, but yet I'm expecting that I should do that my first time out.
Well, that's hilarious.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, like I'm such a turd. Like, because why would you think that? The amount of pressure I put on myself, and then I don't end up doing anything because there's too much pressure, and then it was like a pressure cooker I
So
was
you
living in.
disappoint yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you self-sabotage. Now,
Yeah.
I had no idea where this show was going. I knew that I wanted to check in on people, and I knew that I wanted to share our different things. But I'm thinking a lot of people around this time of year really need to listen to this
Well, I
because,
mean, you think about it. January 1st is around the corner, new resolutions.
yeah,
And actually, we're just regurgitating the resolution we didn't achieve last year.
right.
It's like, was that really attainable? Or should that be a 2-year goal? Like, where do you want to be in 5 years? Then you work backwards.
Mhm, mhm.
It's an army mindset, but it's very effective.
Well, and we all want things yesterday. We don't, we want it instantaneously and we want it yesterday.
Yeah, because we're all 12.
Don't even get me started on my 14-year-old.
I know.
Don't even get me started. I didn't get to tell you that story, but I won't say it on air.
No, after.
It's been a challenging
It always
couple
is. You have a
days.
teenage boy. Like the good and the bad.
He's a great kid. He's a
Yeah.
great kid. I will preface with that. But yeah, like, so we look at these expectations, we look at everything, and I figured for some of the things that I clicked off on my goal sheet for this year that I would have had to have made millions of dollars doing it. Not even a freaking chance. I did not make millions of dollars this year. Well, in the 3D world, or in the manifestation world, but not in the 3D world. But it's not observed world. That's what she calls it, the observed world. But not yet, anyways. But it's coming. Anyhow, and so I'm looking at this, and I'm like, huh, I did less, and I did more. Like, I did less, but I got more, is what I meant. And so I'm just like, okay. Now, I haven't even started on a goal sheet. To be quite honest, I'm just enjoying the last couple of days of 2025. And I don't even know if I want to make a goal list yet,
I never do.
you know?
Sabrina went to a vision board party, which I appreciate. Not, whatever you need to do to motivate you is
Mhm.
great. But I don't respond well to visual boards, or and I know that there is value to them.
Mhm.
There's value to journaling. There's value to all kinds of different styles of intervention. And I appreciate and respect them all. I just know what doesn't work for me is staring at a board that I have not yet achieved does not benefit me at all.
Yeah.
Like, it actually causes me to resent the board.
Mhm.
But that's my experience, right? Because I've made vision boards in the past and I've thrown darts at them, and that made me feel a lot better. But other people, like, they look at them and I know there was a lady who used to be a police officer, and then she was a professor. She's got a master's, so she worked at a community college, and then she became a pilot, a commercial airline pilot, and she had a vision board, and she like worked on it every week. And I'm like, I was in awe, because I think that's absolutely amazing for her.
Right.
And that's what we got to figure out, is like, what works for you and what can you diligently tear at. If I have a to-do list, I can work on that. I'm very good at to-do lists. I have them stuck to my wall behind the computer, and I have little things, and I love crossing them off. And a couple things on that to-do list are like, brush your teeth, wash your ass. That's very important, right? So for me, like, I'm not saying that's what's on my to-do list. However, I think acknowledging that, especially if you're in those depressive states of mind, it's very important to like realize you ate today. Like, how awesome is that?
Mhm.
I haven't ate yet, like, because I've been working, right? So, but when I do, I'll be like, yes, I knocked that off my list.
Right. Or, you could have a great husband like mine, and he's cooked me dinner as the last 2 nights because I've been working.
Yeah,
So
there's sorry, lady. There's nobody cooking me food. I can DoorDash all
you
day.
could DoorDash like a boss.
Yes.
But I just like I've been that's another thing that's come up from this trip. I mean, he cooks occasionally, but man, this since we've gotten back, it's just like, yep, he's got it done. And
It is
I
nice
look,
when you have somebody and like they can
yeah,
take part of that responsibility, so you don't feel like the bearer of everything.
yeah. I think as long as you work on you, the rest will follow. So if there's
Yeah.
anybody out there that's married to somebody who thinks that, you know, they don't do anything, and that you don't you married a terrific person, but you're like, what the hell is this in between like right now? I'm here to tell you, if you just work on yourself, the rest will follow.
Mhm.
Because when I met my husband almost 8.5 years ago, I did all the cooking, all the cleaning, and now that's not the case now.
It's more of a
So
balance, yeah.
it's more of a balance, but you also have to be able to allow him to do that. Where growing up
We
in a
do not
house,
give anyone space to do anything. That is a big
right?
problem.
That is true. When you grow up with a grandmother that says, "Take care of your man at all costs, no matter what," and then you take that as gospel. Well, of course
Well,
she's not
you're
going to do
also take
nothing.
care of your man doesn't automatically equate to acts of service either.
When she says that, I mean she meant everything.
I understand.
Uh, and I'm just my personal experience. And then we get resentful, we get bitter, and then we take it out on them. But yet, truly, we're the ones self sabotaging all that shit.
Well,
Um,
also, and I'm sure she lived in a time where there was a single income and that was literally her job.
exactly,
It's
exactly.
different now. So it has
Oh,
to be more balanced.
at 100%. Like
Travis says
if your spouse is out there working alongside you, it should be equal. Well, I don't think anything's ever equal,
I
but
hate that word should. Like your brain can't compute that because should is a past tense word to me.
right.
So I've learned like the hard way. Oh, should be. Who says? You determine what equal looks like, what you
Right.
feel, how you find value. Because I also know a lot of women who work full time, they come home and they do everything, and the guy is super attentive and super grateful and super, they everybody gets their needs met in the way that they do,
Mhm.
so it's really a matter of like what works for you and are you communicating that effectively.
Right. 100%.
Didn't mean to get into relationship stuff, but it's
Uh-huh.
very communication's very important, especially during the holidays because we're dealing with extended families. Everybody is set a certain way. We minimize our expectations of people. We don't allow people space to change or space to breathe or space to respond. We're just very
Mhm.
tense and stressed, and holiday travel is a lot, and there's just so many different factors in that.
Oh, 100%. And I have to say that Christmas this year at my in-laws and at my family side was absolutely freaking amazing. We all got along. We
Wow.
all laughed and joked. We actually had on my side, we all got together, like usually my mom's brother, and when my grandmother was alive, it was always Christmas Eve, and we'd always get together, both my grandma, my mom, like our family, and my uncle's family. Well, we
Mhm.
haven't done that in years. Uh, Long story there, but it doesn't matter. It's all good. I mean, it was just one of the granddaughters was born Christmas Eve, and so now
Oh,
they consider that like her birthday, right?
yeah.
Which and rightly so. And so we decided to change it to Boxing Day, and everybody came out that could. A lot of them were sick, but it was good to just be there and fellowship and just eat some amazing food and have a good time, shoot the shit, and it was all good. Like I really everybody was in a good mood, and that was just amazing in my
Yeah,
opinion. But
it was awesome.
no, no. See, and I think going the week before Christmas on vacation helped me relax enough so that I could enjoy the family time. That's just my thoughts, but I could be wrong. But
Well, and I think we do, I mean, we're adding in additional stress, and instead of looking at it as a time to celebrate each other because it is time limited, refocus on the details of like how we get there, how everybody's going to act. Is Uncle Henry going to fart at the table again this year? Like, and embarrass himself? Is he going to shit his pants? Like that would suck, right? But
that
people
was
worry about stuff like that.
That would suck. But hopefully Uncle Larry's wearing a diaper.
You never know. He's got his good pants on, so let's hope.
And no, I don't have an Uncle Henry or Larry or whatever it was.
Oh, I was
That-
just using a hypothetical.
yes, exactly.
No, you got a snowstorm and it's 70 degrees where I'm at. So
Bite me. Yes, we're in the middle of a snowstorm. Love it.
that's why I moved from Michigan.
That's okay. I'm
I'm good with having one season. And then they're like, oh, it's winter. I'm like, oh, it's 65. How is it winter? I don't understand. I understand -30. That's winter.
yeah, and then I get all these bitching posts on Facebook from my Florida friends when it's 65. Oh, it's so cold.
Oh, whatever. No, it's not.
Listen, Mr. Bicknell over there was bitching last year when it went down to that 65.
Well, he's just whiny. But anyways, we love him.
We do
Yeah,
love him.
Dr. Kim, she I went with her to a concert of Pat Benatar and Bryan Adams, which was pretty cool. And I was standing outside in line waiting to get in, the Amalie Arena, or I think it's called Benchmark now. Whatever. It's one of those big things where they play hockey. Anyway, I was standing there and I think I had like a jacket on or something, nothing fancy. And these people in front of me and behind me are all freezing their tails off. And I'm just like, really? It's cold? I don't think, and even when I was on the top of that mountain, yeah, it was like 45 for a good 20 minutes, but it was manageable.
That's short weather for Michigan and Canada.
Correct. That's why I was like, it's not a big deal.
Not a big deal at all.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
But to see the sun rise on a mountain like that, like nothing compares. Nothing. And I've been a lot of places. So it was definitely just stunning.
Love it.
I was in awe the whole time. The nature there is just unparalleled to anything else.
And definitely some of the pictures you sent were absolutely incredible.
Right?
I got one sunset or sunrise in Mexico. That was it. But oh well. But one's better than none.
Yeah. And that's okay too. Yeah, I went snorkeling and this lady, she, I don't know, she was like 6'3" and weighed 90 pounds, and she kept going down and taking pictures with this big fancy camera. And Island Swim Tours, I think it's called. It's in Oahu, and they are excellent. I loved snorkeling with them.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps maybe we should take the show on the road, and they could pay for us to endorse their
absolutely.
They're
just, they're new. They're starting out. They didn't look more than 30. The whole crew looked like a bunch of college students, but they were very sweet, patient, kind, respectful. Old lady had to adapt to get in the water and swimming again. Because if you don't do it very often, it's like, whoa, I'm 20 feet up. It takes a minute. Plus, with the choppy waves, and I wasn't, Florida water is much different than Hawaii water. So it did take a minute to adapt.
Right. Is it cold?
No, it's
warm.
Yeah. I think all year round it's like 75, 80 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, the Gulf of Mexico was cold. We stuck our feet in it, and it was quite freezing.
When did we go?
I went the week before Christmas.
Yeah, that's why. You come in July, it's like bathwater.
Well, and also they had a red flag.
To the northern part of.
Yeah. It was not good swimming weather, so they encouraged you not to go in.
Right.
But I did stick my feet in there as we were walking the shoreline to the other Princess Hotel and then back the other way, which was, I found the Grand Vallejo
Oh,
Hotel. Took pictures of that. Yes. Lizards. The freaking lizards were massive. My, no, I won't share that story on here. But there was we were at the bar, at the one bar, the big bar that stays
mhm.
open almost 24/7. And my husband just happened to look at the chair, and underneath one of the chairs was this lizard looking at him, and he was quite taken aback at first about that. But they didn't go up to anybody. They just sat there patiently, and you can't feed the wild animals. But
Yeah, the roosters are annoying in Hawaii.
hmm,
And the birds are like, I'm going to sit here and watch you eat until you give me something.
hmm,
They're very brave. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. It was very interesting. I'm like, protect the food.
They have these things. My husband thinks they're called coyotes. It looks like a raccoon with a snout. Well, these things
Hmm.
will go to your, what's that sliding glass door to go in and out, your patio door, right?
Patio. Yeah.
So if it's not locked, they can actually open the patio doors and come into your room, because it happened to our neighbor next door. He was taking
Wow.
a nap, and next thing you know, this thing is on the bed with them. Well, he damn near shit himself. Oh yeah,
Like, hey, what's up, bro? High
right.
four. High
True.
four. Yeah.
So, and then
Wow.
there was a pack of them. We were down at the beach, and I said to my husband, "Don't move." He goes, "What?" I'm like, "There's like a pack of them behind you on your seat." And they were going into the garbage can that was behind them. So they were cute. I got pictures of that, but it was, excuse me,
Bless
it
you.
was really cute. But I don't think I'd want one in my room. I don't think that would be a thing.
The one guy, we were doing this 21 stop tour, and the guy had like one tooth. And he's standing up there and he's telling us a story. And after every story he told us about the history of the place, he's like, and they had a choice. They could stay or they could go. And I'm like, why would they go?
Yeah.
Have you looked around here at all? Like, it was just really funny because every story had that at the
Right.
end. They had a choice. They could stay or they could go. Yes, we all have that choice. It was just funny.
Yeah. Of course, who would want to leave Hawaii willingly?
Right.
Oh,
That's what I said. Why would they leave?
one of my veteran friends, he's currently in Dallas right now, but he is from Hawaii.
Oh, wow.
I think his name is Dayton. He's over on LinkedIn. But I met him through Jeff Knight. He wants to write a book, and Jeff says, "Well, you wrote a book. Here, contact my friend Dorothy."
There you
So,
go.
so yeah, he's got a book coming out inside of him. And he's originally from Hawaii. That's what made me think of him.
Cool. What's your book called?
No, that's his book, not mine.
What's your book called?
Oh, well, I have two. It's
I know.
the
I like to plug them.
the Overcomer, facing challenges with faith and courage. And then the other one, oh yes, here it is. See, I knew I cleaned up my office. So, and then the other one is the Overcomer Playbook.
No, you have a third one. It's blue.
Yes, I do. And that one is, oh, hold on, it's here too. Your Body Conversations. Bringing new words to your body conversations. I am one of the 10 authors in this book. All can be found on Amazon. And okay, so I may as well. So I wrote a chapter in a new book with Lisa Nichols, which I think will be coming out in February or March.
Nice.
I wrote the chapter, so I got to hand it in. We have to have our chapters in by the 1st of February, which I mean, I have it written already. But yeah, that will be coming out in the new year. So
I
when
like
that,
her.
you know what? I knew nothing about this lady. I had to Google her when the opportunity arose uh,
What?
to be part of this book. Absolutely.
Let me hand you some shades. Like she's epic.
Yeah. Well, and I'm one of her authors in her book.
I love that. No, I was talking about the book, the picture behind you.
Oh, what? Oh, this book.
No, the picture behind you. It's
Oh,
blue.
okay. So here's funny
That's the book
story.
I have.
Yeah, funny story. So that's the original cover of the original book
Okay.
of the overcomer facing challenges with faith and courage.
Okay. That's
Long
the one I
story
have.
long story short, I got a new publisher and republished the book, and that's how come it has a new cover.
Awesome. I'm in Dr. Joe's book.
Yes,
I know.
the deep sea one.
No, he's got a new book coming out
Ah,
about his journey.
really?
Yeah,
How
his
come I
traumatic
didn't know
brain
about this?
injury, 5% of his brain working, and then he built himself back up to who he is now. Yeah. I don't
Wow,
know. I just yeah, he let me know I'm in it. Like, yes, sir.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm in Dr. Deep Sea's new book. It should be coming out soon.
Wow. Well, maybe if he's not too big for us, he can come on and
He
share all
will.
about it.
You know he will. I
Of
saw him at
course.
that Thanksgiving. He's the one that told me where to go in Hawaii because
Oh,
he was stationed there for a while. So he's like, go here, go here, go here. And then a lady I met at HBOT, Susan, she's like, and go here, here, and here. So it was pretty cool. I had 2 guides. Yeah.
love it.
Hmm.
Love it. I'm just kidding because I know Dr. Joe would come on.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's we're his one of it, two of his biggest fans. Let's
Yes.
just put it that way.
Yeah, he
We're-
knows.
So yeah, that's awesome. I had no idea he was writing another book.
He's writing another book about his personal journey because he did have, the the depth of the sea or something about that mirror like character that was factional.
Hmm.
And then he wrote a children's book, and then he wrote many more books about hyperbaric oxygen. And then this one is like his personal story and his journey to like how he got himself back to where he is now, which is pretty amazing considering he was T-boned and left for dead and 5% of his brain worked. And then we all got together and helped him heal. So I'm in one of those as one of the practitioners. So it's pretty awesome. I'm
That
pretty
is
honored. Yeah.
That is awesome. And now, if our friend Scott is listening, Scott, when is your book coming out, dude? Because this has been 3 years in the making.
He's
And
helping getting his kid to Olympics. I'm not bothered.
I know, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's pretty much written. He just needs to put it together.
He does. You're right.
I mean, and he's
But
not
working full time, taking 3 kids to swim. I just don't know if he has the space.
Oh, I
He's
didn't
gonna have to
realize.
otter it or something.
I didn't realize he
My
was
book
working too.
needs to come out. I need to
Well,
wrap
yes.
mine up. Mine's called Why Am I So Mean to Me?
If you need somebody who to read it and then give you a
Kick me in
thing,
the butt.
no, no. They have okay. So us authors, what we do is we send our books out to people. A pilot group.
Mhm.
It's called ARCs, anyways. A pilot group to just get some feedback, constructive feedback, and then we also part of us doing that. We also write a review, and then that review goes either on the back of your book or helps with advertising. So if you need one of those, I'm happy to assist because I've done that with a couple other friends who've written books.
Very
Um,
cool. Yeah, I got 2
and
books. One's called Change Your Language, Change Your Life, and the other one's Why Am I So Mean to Me? So I need to finish them because I do have a lady that's chomping at the bit to publish them. She's driving me nuts. So love her.
Well,
But
I mean, honestly, those books can help the world. So yes, now that I'm
well, they've helped 10,000 people, so I'm doing something right.
wow, there you go. But we could help more.
Yeah, exactly. There's what, 8 billion people on the planet? We got work to do.
Yes.
Little
Well,
by little, inch by inch, that's what we do.
yes. See, and I think that's part of the daunting because I wanted to help billions of people. However, um, in my wanting to do that, I became overwhelmed with the fact that it was my job to do that.
No, one
Uh,
at a time. I focus on one person at a time.
yeah.
And then I ended up getting almost 11,000 people now. I feel like McDonald's. But hey, it's working. But
Are you
you know,
gonna franchise?
my best day is when they go, "Yeah, I'm good. I'll see you in 6 months." I'm thrilled when that happens. There are a lot of people that panic and have this misunderstanding about therapy is like, "Oh no, I need to keep you and keep that paycheck for 2 years." No, honey. No, get what you need, get out. I'm good. I am ready med. Like, let's go. Because I feel like if you're in a good space where you can manage this issue that you came to see me and you no longer need me as often as you did, like that's amazing. That's what I want. We set up the first session to terminate you. No offense, but we're not here to be codependent with. Like that's
Right.
not our job. We're get out. Get what you need. Everything you need, ask me. Like, let's go. Move the needle. And I think we all have that mindset. And what I love about people who serve their community, serve their country and their family is they're like, this needs to change and it needs to change now. And it's like, yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
100%.
But Dr. Deepsy is the one who told me about moving the needle. And I'm like, oh, I'm stealing that. He's like, steal away. This is brilliant.
And to get a hold of Dr. J and her team, just go to sempermodusllc.com and
Or sempermodusllc@gmail.com.
there
You
we
email me directly.
email directly and get one of her clinicians to,
Yeah, you need
set
a
you up.
softer side. You want to work. I have ones that work with little kids. I have one that works specifically with grief. She's amazing. And then I have the rougher side. I got a Marine who works with couples. Army dude who will swear at you for a whole hour. It's great. That's what you need. Like, well, we will hook you up.
Right. Yes. Everyone on her team is absolutely amazing.
Well, what's cool is, we take all the insurances. We're in a lot of the states. So it's, not very difficult. And like a lot of people are like, well, I have VA insurance. It's just like, go to your primary care and, give them my name, my NPI, and we'll go from there. But you got to email me first. So it's sempermodusllc@gmail.com. It's sempermodusllc@gmail. You know how to spell gmail.com. So
There we go.
there you go.
What are you waiting for? Go email her.
Yes, email me. Connect. I am happy to serve you and get you where you need to be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that, I think we've wrapped this session up.
Yeah,
I think we got a lot in there.
I love this though. I'll talk to you anytime.
We have our survival guides before the Christmas, our recap on our holidays and how it has refreshed both of us, and how a holiday can actually transform a marriage too. We talked a little bit about that, talking about goals that we should set, that we don't need to set for ourselves, and let going of all expectations. And doing what's right for you and not what everybody says that you need to do. There's a lot of well-meaning people out there, but if it overwhelms you to the point where you're going to self-sabotage, what's the point, right? And just waking up and brushing your teeth is an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah, it is. I do it every day.
Woohoo! So do I. I even have a shower every day.
Woohoo! Me too. Sometimes twice when I'm got time. Uh,
Yes.
I think the big thing is, with the New Year's coming up, lots of opportunity. Don't overwhelm yourself with a resolution. Don't disappoint yourself by not being able to obtain it. Give yourself some time. Space it out. Like I said, I'm going to be ripped and have an 8-pack in 3 months. No, you're not. Like that all takes time, right? So be kind to yourself and other people. Be gentle. You never know what anybody else is going through. When I get cut off on I-4 constantly because that road is just a monster down here in Florida, and in order to create more patience for myself, I'm like, oh, he's taking his wife to the hospital because she's having a baby. Like, I don't even care if anybody's in the passenger seat, because to me, like, that creates a space where I can take a breath and realize, just because he's a selfish jerk doesn't mean I have to respond to him. I have a
Yes.
choice.
Yes. So that brings one other thing that I've done differently too this season.
Good.
I've taken a moment to just breathe, where before I can remember this as clear as day. I first started seeing my heart specialist 4 years ago, and they were giving me shit because I didn't breathe from my diaphragm. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm breathing. Like, what
Push
the
that
hell?
belly out.
Like, what do you want me to do? And
Yeah.
so on the last couple of years, I've been on this road of, better health and things like this, and doing what I need, not necessarily what other people want me to do. And so I found myself this December, when I was stressing out, um, I would take a minute and I would just close my eyes and I would do some deep breathing. And that has helped me get through a lot of different things. I will say, you know,
You'd be amazed at 10 seconds changes your whole life.
exactly.
One, it shifts hemispheres of your brain, so you're no longer in that emotional mindset.
Yeah.
Two, you gives you space to rationally and logically respond.
Yeah.
A lot of people have that fear and that panic and that anxiety, right? It's like, oh, if I don't respond, I don't say yes, but I don't really want to say yes. Oh my God, what do I do? Breathe. Count to 10.
Yeah. And it sounds like such a simple thing, but we don't
It's
remember it.
hard. It's hard to do, but you have to do it in the calm so that you can do it in the stressful times.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I've warned my boss that if I'm at my desk and I have my eyes closed, I'm not sleeping. I'm just meditating and breathing so that so I still have a job.
Right? Exactly. No, nobody yells at me. The alarm does. People dinging at me does, but I've been blessed enough to be able to do this. But yeah, I got a lot of different people that provide different services, and I'm happy and honored to help anybody who reaches out, because I do say, military family and their relatives, but that includes everyone. I mean, if you think about it, every grandpa served, they got drafted, so one maybe now it'd be great grandpa, but still at some point, somewhere along the way, somebody served that and love and all of that. Just be kind to everybody. Take a minute, take a breath before you respond.
That's right.
Change
Absolutely.
everything.
With that, go check out Dr. J's website or
Yeah.
give her an email at sempermodusllc@gmail.com.
Yes.
Go check out our YouTube channel, subscribe, share with all your friends.
Yeah.
Send them our survival guide so that they can end this episode so that they can, get through the rest of the next couple days in a healthy way and thriving instead of surviving. And we'll see you same time, same channel next week.
Sounds
Bye.
good.
Bye for now.
Bye.